all of a sudden. Oh. Ah, non faccio in tempo. Okay. Let's I decided to switch off a few things. Okay. Here we are. Okay. So, Gwendalina. No. Okay, so.
It's hot today.
It's very hot. I got home
finally.
Really... Yes, it's good. It's good. But at the same time, when you're out all day, it can be very... Oh. So, Gwendalina, tell me something. You're the only one for the moment, but somebody else will come for sure, hopefully.
Yeah, I think so.
And so
I try to see
to watch the
last lesson, not the last, but the lesson before.
Last but one, yes, yeah. La penultima, the last but one.
I can see the B2, but not B1. I don't know why.
Allora, last but one vuol dire la penultima. Last but one. L'ultima
one.
La penultima. What you mean? Let's check together. Since we are waiting for the people to join, let's check together. So if you go to...
I went on the link that you sent us.
europeodelaconoscenza.org. Not Facebook. I don't want Facebook. Okay. No, europol.org. What's this? No, sorry, it was Europol. www.europol.org. Anyway, the link I gave you.
Yeah.
Okay, if you go to, for example, Corso di inglese B1, is it B1? You can see.
B1, yes.
Okay, if you go on the correct page, B1, you scroll down, down. Which lesson were you interested in? Which lesson did you want?
The 6th of April, but I can't see all the lesson.
Yes.
I see only the title, but not the...
Can't you see this one?
No, in B2, yes, but not in B1.
You see, they're visible. Going on streaming. See, they are. Where are we? See, they're here. They're all here.
I'll try later.
Yes, you have to scroll down. Give it a little, I don't know, 10, 15 seconds to download the various lessons. And yeah, they seem to be okay.
Bye.
Let's try this one, for example. They're all here.
I'll try later. You can see
Yes, you
the
have
20.
to scroll down. Give it a little, I don't know, 10, 15 seconds to download the various lessons. Oh, because this is the one we are doing today. Okay, sorry. This is the last one. Yeah, they seem to be okay.
Yes.
Don't worry, stay as long as you can. Let's try. Yes, they are visible. I don't know. Hi, Georgia, welcome. So I wanted to tell you something, but let's wait for other people to join as well. Hi, Georgia, how are you?
Hi, thank you.
Everything okay?
Yes, yes. I call with my si dice collega, colleague.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so what would you like to do today? Would you like to try the spoken part or the listening part? Or
in the exam, we have to do also the grammar.
Yes, there's a part of reading and the reading and use of grammar. Do you want to try some? Let's try. Okay, so for example, let's go to English Ola. And no, I don't want B2. I want B1. Okay. So writing, listening, speaking, reading. Reading also includes the grammar. For example, in this case, you're given 5 images and 3 sentences related to each image. For each image, decide which sentence corresponds best to the information given in the image. Click on the correct sentence to choose your answer. Once all the question, blah, blah. Okay, so, for example, city, but we have already done this. L'abbiamo già fatto questo, vero? Sì. Sì, l'abbiamo già fatto.
I don't remember.
You don't remember? Do you want to do it?
Me too.
Okay, so city bus, sir. First of all, you've got 10 minutes time. So would you like to start a timer? No, maybe not.
No.
The city bus service. Please have the exact fare ready for your journey, as the driver is unable to give any change. All city bus journeys cost the same. You need the correct money for the bus. Your ticket could be checked. Which one do you think is correct? B. No diving, except in the deep end of the pool. The water is not deep enough for diving. You must not swim when people are diving. You must not dive where the water is shallow.
C.
Sì.
B.
C.
No.
C.
Sì.
Okay. See, they're a little tricky because they repeat the words. Now, don't be cheated. Even if there are the same words, it doesn't mean it's the correct answer. Actually, most of the times, it's the opposite. The answers with the same words are not the correct ones. Security. All employees must carry their identity cards with them at all times. Thank you. You must always have your identity card with you. You must show your identity card at all times. You can get your identity card from security.
Sì.
A.
I see.
A.
Employees, tutti gli impiegati, tutti quelli che hanno un impiego, must carry their identity cards with them at all times.
For me, A.
You must always have your identity card with you. You must carry it with you.
Okay.
Message. Dave, no milk left. I'll get some on my way home. Buy some eggs and tell Mary to make herself a salad. So, Dave's mom wants him to get some salad, bread, or eggs.
C.
Eggs, see?
Eggs. Okay. Email to all maths students from the secretary. This week's lecture will be in the main hall and not in the library as usual. Next week, the lecture will be in the library as normal. Please don't be late. The time of the lecture has changed. The subject of the lecture has changed. The location of the lecture has changed.
C.
C.
The location.
Exactly. Okay? All correct. Fantastic. Then, this was exercise part 1. Let's go to part 2. In part 2, you're given a piece of text which is divided into sections. You're also given information about people who are interested in elements of the text. Choose which section of the text corresponds to each person. Okay, there's only one section for each person. Now, I suggested you to skip this part 2 for the moment. Leave it last because it's very time demanding. And you must be sure to finish the most you can within the time. Since the exercises or the parts or the questions count 1, they count all the same, I suggested you to skip this part, leave it last, so that in case you have no time, this is only a few questions. But if you spend a lot of time doing this, you might not be able to, do part 4, 5, 6. So, but since we're here, let's do it. But when you are at the exam, don't do this. Go on with part 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then come back and do this. So, restaurants. No, let's start with the questions. Annie and Joe have been married for 2 years and had their honeymoon on the Indian subcontinent. They wanted to celebrate their anniversary and are looking for something romantic. Being able to dance would be a real bonus. Okay, so Petey's Pizza. We have 35 different kinds of pizza toppings, and our special kids playground is why everyone comes here for fun. Why not come along and join in now?
No.
Luigi's. We have the best Italian food in the area, with the live music and dancing on Fridays and Saturdays. Come and enjoy a piece of Tuscan music, Tuscan magic with a candlelit charm. Our prices are very reasonable and there's no need to book in advance. No, really. Okay, they can dance, but the roast. Delicious British, the roast is dedicated to the romance of classical British cooking and uses the finest seasonal herbs and spices. Our dishes, wines, and cocktails are constantly evolving, and wherever you sit, you will enjoy magnificent views. Now,
No.
Coriander. We specialize in the best dishes from the Indian subcontinent, with all the favorites. Visit us to sample our chef's signature dish, his chicken vindaloo masala. But be careful, it may be too hot for you. Discounts available for groups.
No.
Hutong. The original Hutong in Hong Kong is a grisly, high-end Chinese restaurant with magnificent views, and this branch of Hutong is no different, with the same Sichuan and Northern Chinese menu. Dance videos playing on the walls give a very modern atmosphere. Paloma, we have the best croissant, cakes, coffee,
No.
No. Don Dennis, get together with your friends, enjoy the atmosphere of our service. No. Roasted bean, we make coffee the way it should be made now.
No.
Okay. So maybe coriander is
yeah.
best choice.
Coriander or down. No.
But they like to dance or no?
Yes.
Eutong. No, dov'è?
Looking for something romantic. Being able to dance would be a real bonus. Maybe Luigi, so then.
But it's Italian food.
Yeah, but it's not written they want Indian food. It's written that they had their honeymoon on the Indian subcontinent.
Okay.
So might be an information which we don't really need. So I would say, Luigi, it's a romantic, live music, dancing on Fridays and Saturdays.
Yes, I think so.
So B. Jack, who's Chinese, likes to go early morning cycling at the weekend and wants somewhere to stop and have breakfast before heading back. He is into healthy living. So, see?
Maybe the last one.
Yeah.
But you see, the fact that he's a Chinese is not really important. It's only a way.
They want a breakfast.
Exactly.
Paloma.
Yeah, Paloma. F. No, the right one. F. Bill and Betsy like to go out for a meal on Fridays with their two 10-year-old twins. They need somewhere informal.
The first.
Bill works at the seafood market.
First.
Okay. Yes. See, the fact that Bill works at the seafood market is not really relevant. Jack, Sam, and the boys, who are musicians in a British band, fancy a night out, and they love spicy food after a few beers. They want something reasonably priced. And so maybe this one. Discounts available for groups. Hot. Spicy food. So maybe yes. Maybe the coriander. D. Okay. Megan is half Italian and goes to music classes with her friends. They would like to have a meal after their class, but they finish quite late and want somewhere they can laugh and chat. So the fact that she's Italian, half Italian, and she goes to music classes is not really relevant. What's important is have a meal after the class, which means late, finish quite late.
No, G.
So, G.
G.
Yes. Eat all you like and stay late for a very reasonable price. So, G.
G.
Okay. Let's check. Okay, perfect. So you see, there are informations which are not relevant. And so don't be cheated, you know. See what they really want. They want, that's what they want. You know, they need, that's what they need. Okay? Okay. Then, that was part 2. Part 3, in part 3, you're given a piece of text with 10 questions and choices between true or false for each question. Okay? The orchid mantis. Do you want to read? You read. Come on. Leggete voi, dai.
The orchid mantis is beautiful, but it isn't vain. This type of praying mantis uses its shape and bright, flowery colors to attract food and full potential predators.
Exactly. So, the orchid mantis uses colors to avoid danger. True or false? So, true or false?
Avoid is
Evitare. Evitare I pericoli.
false.
Why?
Because the flowery colors to attract food and full potential no, okay. Quindi it's true.
True.
Yes, I think it's true. She uses its shape and its bright flowery colors to attract food and full potential predators. Okay, go on.
While it doesn't actually live on orchids, the orchid mantis looks remarkably like a flower, with body parts that resemble petals. It lives in bushes and small trees that grow white and pink flowers.
Ok, bushes. Lo so che l'inglese è impossibile, però bushes.
Okay.
Cespugli. Ok? So its name comes from where it lives. So true or false?
True.
She's called the orchid mantis. So it gives you an idea that it has something to do with the orchid. But it doesn't actually live on orchids.
False.
So false, exactly. However, it looks like a flower with the body parts that resemble petals. That's why it's called orchid mantis, because it looks like an orchid. But it lives in bushes and small trees that grow white and pink flowers, so not on orchids. Okay?
Okay.
Can you go on, please?
Though generally white, the insect can turn itself shades of pink and purple within a few days to resemble the orchids found in its humid habitat in Malaysia. It adapts to different conditions by detecting humidity and light and then changing colors to blend in.
Though.
GH
fai finta che non ci sia. Though generally white, it can turn shades of pink and purple to resemble the orchids found in Malaysia. Okay, so its color depends on the condition of the air. It adapts to different conditions by detecting humidity and light, and then changing colors to blend in. Quindi anche sì, giusto?
True.
Go on.
Unsuspecting insects that mistake the mantis for a flower may land nearby or even on top of it, allowing the pretty predator to snatch them up for a quick meal. Flying insects such as butterflies and moths are the mantis' main source of food, but it will also eat jungle fruits. The orchid mantis can also fly.
Ok, quindi insects which think it's a flower may land nearby or even on top of it. And so the orchid mantis can take them and eat them. Okay? So, dov'è qua? It is usually pink or purple and avoids being white. Ok, scusate, questa era ancora quella sopra. It is usually pink or purple and avoids being white. True or false? Hello?
False.
Yes,
False.
false. Though generally white, quindi generalmente è bianca, benché generalmente bianca, quindi non è che evita di essere bianca, generalmente è bianca, quindi falso. Because they are big, they have to walk everywhere. Beh, questa roba dove salta fuori. Ok, chi può leggere? A female orchid.
A female orchid mantis may grow up to about 2.5 inches long, but the male grow only to about an inch. Because he is smaller, he matures much more quickly than the female. And while she lives to about 8 months, he lives for just 5 or 6 months.
He lives for just 5 or 6 months. Quindi, because they're big, they have to walk everywhere. Ma, vabbè, dove sta scritta sta roba?
Because he is smaller. Qua dice smaller. No.
Beh, the orchid mantis can also fly.
No, it is because
Quindi, they have to walk everywhere is false.
False.
They eat insects and other things.
They eat
Flying insects, such as butterflies and moths, are the mantis' main source of food, but it will also eat
Yeah,
jungle
true,
fruits.
true,
Ok, quindi
true, true.
the male doesn't live as long as the female.
True.
Yes.
5 or 6 months.
Exactly, while the female lives to about 8 months.
Mm-hmm.
The male is usually scared of the female. Questo non l'abbiamo ancora trovato. Andiamo avanti.
The male is also more jittery than the female, who needs to remain very still to attract her prey. One reason he might be nervous is that when it's time to mate, a hungry female may hit him. Because
a hungry female may eat him.
Because of this, his best bet is to approach her when she's already busy eating something else.
So the male is usually scared of the female, true or false?
True.
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 He is nervous because a hungry female can eat him. Okay. After mating,
the female lays a cluster of eggs in a protein-rich, foamy pouch called in an uteca. In about six weeks, up to 100 baby mantises called nymphs will hatch, ready to become beautiful imitation flowers.
Quindi, the male is very careful when he comes near the female. True or false? Ve lo ricordate? Lo diceva prima. True. Baby mantises hatch in less than 1 month. In about 6 weeks. Quindi false. Okay. Okay, 100%. Good. That was part 3. Part 4. Again, a text with some questions and 4 choices for each question. Okay? So, who wants to read?
All dog owners know that feeding their pets regular ice cream can make them ill because many dogs can't digest dairy products. Moreover, just like in humans, eating large amounts of sugar causes dogs to become hyper and unfocused, and can also result in dental cavities, diabetes, and obesity. Now, thanks to Mauricio Montoya, some lucky dogs in Mexico City are finally able to enjoy ice cream without their owners worrying about any harmful side effects.
Okay. So, what is the writer trying to do in this text? To describe a new product. Vabbè, questo magari lo lasciamo alla fine perché... ok. What does the writer say about eating a lot of sugar? It gives you energy. It can affect your behavior. There isn't really a problem. You need to drink a lot of water as well. Allora, dice che eating large amounts of sugar causes dogs to become hyper and unfocused, plus dental cavities, diabetes, obesity, and so on. So, it can affect your behavior. Okay. What's why did the writer mention bacon? Okay. Who wants to buy? Can you go on, please?
Mauricio says he wanted to make a dessert for dogs because there are already treats like strips of jerky, bacon, and cookies for them on the market, but not desserts. Montoya spoke to many veterinarians before creating a recipe that was both safe and delicious. He called it heladox because helado means ice cream in Spanish.
Okay, veterinarians or vet, a recipe. Okay, so why did the writer mention bacon? Because it's more expensive than ice cream. Because dogs shouldn't eat bacon. Because bacon snacks for dogs already exist. Because bacon makes dogs fat. You see, he says there are already treats like strips of jerky, bacon, and cookies for the dogs, but no desserts. Quindi?
See,
because bacon snacks for dogs already exist.
Exactly. What does the writer say about how the dogs feel? Okay. Who wants, can you go on, please?
The doggy ice cream is made using organic, lactose-free and sugar-free yogurt, honey, and fruit flowers. To make it even easier to digest, Montoya added lactobacilli, which aids digestion in both humans and animals. While there is no verbal confirmation, judging from wagging tails and eager licks, two pooches appear to be loving ice cream as much as humans do. The best part is that heladox is perfectly safe for people as well, allowing owners to share their dog's ice cream.
Okay. What does the writer say about how the dogs feel? They weren't sure at first. They didn't notice the difference. It made them nervous. They let their tails do the talking. So?
The last one.
Yes. Judging from the wagging tails, le code che scodinzolavano, ok? And the eager licks, il modo in cui leccavano golosamente, the poochies appear to be loving ice cream as much as humans do. Quindi, the dog feel, they let their tails do the talking, okay? Which of the following could also be a title for this text? Dogs get a good licking. Keep the dog away. There's trouble on the horizon. That dog ate my ice cream.
Maybe.
Vabbè. Okay. And the first question, what's the writer trying to do in this text? Describe a new product. Advise people how to look after dogs. Explain the dangers of eating too much ice cream. Convince people to buy his ice cream. Which one?
See?
C, to explain the dangers of eating too much ice cream. It's true that he says so, but the real purpose for this old text,
Describe a new product.
yes, to describe a new product. Okay. Now let's go on with part 5. You're given a piece of text with the 10 spaces and a set of 4 words, A, B, C, and D, and you have to put the correct word in each space. Okay. Prairie dogs. For example, I don't agree, dots him. About, over, with, under, I don't agree with him. Okay? So, prairie dogs. Who wants to read? Chi vuole leggere?
Prairie dogs bark like dogs because that's how they got their name. But the little guys are rodents, not canines.
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 Okay. Prairie dogs bark like dogs because that's how they got their name. But they are rodents, not canines.
We have to choose the have.
No, sorry.
Okay.
Sorry, I thought you had to put something. Have, ought, must, may.
D.
Have.
Prairie dog, blow up.
D.
B.
D.
D. Ok, sei d'accordo? Do you agree?
D.
Georgia, do you agree?
Yes.
Okay, allora andiamo avanti. They can grow.
They can grow to 15 inches long and are related to the squirrel. Squirrel.
They can grow high up, top, tall.
They can grow up.
Grow up to 15 inches long. Possono crescere fino a, up to vuol dire fino a 15 pollici e sono imparentati con lo scoiattolo. Family is
important.
Not much, very many.
Family is very important.
Yes. Ah, scusate, mi sa che dovevo portarle su. No, come si fa? Ah! Ok.
Up. Very.
Ok.
Very important. 2 prairie dogs and their family groups can contain up to 26 individuals. They share food group each other.
They share food.
They share
group each other
and even greet. For
Greet one, once, first, just.
just.
And even greet just another.
One and just another.
Yes, one another.
One another.
One another. Okay.
Mhm.
One another with the nose to nose knuckles.
Knuckles. Mhm.
Prairie dog families lives with hundreds.
5.
Others in networks of tunnels dug below North America's grasslands.
Tunnels dug below North America's grasslands. Mhm. Quindi il 5 era in, of, from or with. Live with hundreds
Of.
of others.
Of others.
Okay.
How are prairies dogs? Dogs, cooled.
How are prairie dogs able?
Able.
Perché are able to construct these rodent
residents. The animals sharp claws, them expert diggers. Diggers.
Quindi the animals sharp claws make, do, have or create. Create them expert diggers. Era una domanda. Create them expert diggers. Have them expert diggers. Do them expert diggers. Make them expert diggers.
Make.
Exactly. Make. They
have excellent vision and hearing. They.
To, along, also, or well.
Also.
They also have excellent vision and hearing.
This allows them to easily detect predators as coyotes and sneakies when above ground.
Such as.
Esatto. Such as coyotes, snakes, when
such cosa vuol dire?
Such as vuol dire come.
Come, ok.
Sarebbe tali come,
okay.
come coyote e ok.
A priori, dog senses danger. It alerts other by barking. It even uses different barks for different enemies.
Ok, quindi one, once, start, begin.
Begin.
Begin a prairie dog senses danger.
Begin, no.
Io direi once.
Once.
Esatto. Ok. Right. Perfect. Then, part 6. Ah no, col B1 scusate, ci sono solo 5 parti, giusto? È il B2 che ne ha 7. Ok, so that was it. That was it and perfectly on time. So,
cioè 10 minutes for all
each. No, 10 minutes each.
Ah, ok, not
Yeah. Would you like to to do exercise, another example by yourselves?
Yeah.
Ok. Did we do this? Questo l'abbiamo fatto?
I don't remember.
No.
Io l'ho sicuramente fatto, ma forse con l'altra classe. Vabbè, ok, provate a farlo allora. Segnatevi se volete fare A, B o C e poi controlliamo.
Ma da sole lo facciamo?
Sì, provate a farlo da sola. Vado col 2?
No, un attimo.
Ah, ok. Ditemi quando volete. Tell me when you want me to go on.
I'm ready.
You ready?
Yeah.
Yes.
Shall I scroll down?
One moment. Ok. Ok.
Fatto? Okay. Now, Pizza Palace, there's a minimum charge of £4 between 12:30 and 2 p.m. Everybody has to pay at least £4 between 12:30 and 2 p.m. A pizza costs £4. No pizzas are served. Okay. Passengers must hold a valid ticket. Any passenger without a valid ticket will be required to pay an immediate fine of £10. If you travel without a ticket, you may have to pay £10 later. The price of a ticket is, if you don't have a ticket, you will have to pay £10 on the spot. Maria, your sister phoned. She can't meet you tomorrow because she has some problems. She wants you to phone her. How should Maria react? Send her sister an email, write to her sister, call her sister. Hi, got to the hotel really late, had the car trouble. Everything is okay now. I'll relax a bit today, then do some shopping tomorrow. See you on Sunday. Lots of love, Lenny. Lenny has to go back tomorrow. Lenny had a difficult day. Lenny's going on holiday. Okay. Hi, the new printer you repaired is not working very well. the paper keeps getting blocked. I don't know whether to buy a new one or wait for you to sort it out. I really needed to print some stuff urgently. Please let me know when you will be able to come. Allora, what does Miriam wants Nabil to do? Buy her a new printer. Tell her when he will come, repair her old printer. Repair.
There,
B.
you see or miss?
No, please let me know when you will be able to come. Okay.
Va bene.
So, the correct answers were 1A, 2C, 3C, 4B, 5B. How did it go?
Yes.
All correct?
Yes, all correct.
Good.
Yes.
Fantastic. Part 2. Okay. Tell me when you want me to scroll down.
Mm. Ma non ho capito cosa bisogna fare qui.
Qui dovete scegliere, queste persone vogliono andare in vacanza e queste sono le varie possibilità.
Ok, ok.
Però purtroppo dovete leggerle prima tutte, quindi ditemi quando.
Cioè, per me si può andare avanti a leggere, mi sembra un po' difficoltoso fatto così.
Lo so. Cioè dovreste leggere il primo e poi leggerli tutti e vedere quello che può andare bene per lui.
Esatto.
Poi leggere il secondo.
Per me si può scendere.
Ok. Shall I scroll down? So, any idea? Joe, who drives a taxi at night in London, loves driving and wants to visit the little villages off the beaten track. He is thinking of going on a driving holiday with some friends and just stopping where they like for some pub food in a restful atmosphere. So, any idea? Here you dive into the ocean, but
No.
it's not what they're looking
No.
for. Flight to Marrakesh
No.
and then
No.
a short bus ride into the North Wales, far away from any major cities. So North Wales.
There, see, there
Yes,
are
lose yourself in
fantastic
country
local
lanes.
food.
Yes, okay. Okay. Megan is from a small village near Aberdeen and would like to visit a big city, but doesn't want to spend a lot of time getting there. She wants a good hotel and good food, but doesn't want to break the bank. So maybe this one. Or this one.
Yes.
Eba, 4-star living, full board.
No.
Okay, at the 2-star prices, pero maybe yes. Maybe this one. Okay, F. The Jordan family, originally from Scotland, needs a short day out, but money is tight. They've never been out of the UK and would love to visit Europe, but they're not sure how they will ever be able to manage that. So maybe this one. Okay. Okay, so
it's not easy.
Didier is a French student from near Calais, studying in Aberdeen, who would like to see more of Scotland. He has heard of the fantastic scenery, but doesn't like driving. He loves the sea and wouldn't mind trying the whiskey and some local food. So he wants to see more of Scotland. So no New York, no Antwerp, no London. Maybe this one. Yeah, so H. Okay. The Cove family have been saving up and want to go somewhere special. The kids love anything to do with the sea. Unfortunately, they must be back before 11 p.m. They went to Morocco the previous year. So maybe,
Hi.
yeah, this one. Dive into the ocean. Okay. Is it what you did? È quello che avevate fatto?
Ma io non mi sono segnata niente, sinceramente, perché così non riesco a capire.
It's not easy.
Sì, perché dovreste avere voi il comando di questo. Vabbè, comunque. Vediamo part 3.
Maria
Okay,
Pia,
true
there is
or
a
false?
link for the present.
Ah, right. Okay,
Okay.
you're right. Ah. Sorry, I keep forgetting you have to sign. Wow. And I also wanted to tell you that if you mean to watch some, no, it's not in here. If you mean to watch some lessons and then assign them, it's maybe better for you to sign them straight away because they are collecting the data. What day is it today? The 4th of May. Where is it? Okay, there it is. Okay. Okay, I'm putting the link in the chat. Here it is.
Okay.
Okay. Now, what about this one? Do you prefer we do it together?
Yes.
Okay, so do you want to read it? Vuole leggere, dai.
Io non lo vedo.
Come non lo vedi?
No? Io vedo...
Aspetta, interrompiamo la condivisione e rifacciamola di nuovo. Adesso sì?
Ok, adesso sì.
Ok.
Ok.
Ok. So, who wants to read it?
The last
Okay.
part in
2013.
2014. Okay. Archaeologists discovered the remains of an ancient fort.
Archaeologists discovered the remains of an ancient fort built in North America, by Spanish explorers.
4 decades before the arrival
of other European settlers.
Why did the Spaniards
build
Fort San Juan? And what happened to them? Technology is helping to answer these questions.
Okay. So research shows the Spanish came to America over 50 years before the English.
Maybe it's in the next.
It's the next.
No, però. Spanish explorers 4 decades before the arrival of other European settlers.
False.
Quindi false, perché non è over 50 years.
No, false.
Ok. Poi, in 1567,
Spanish explored Juan Pardo and his men built a fort in the Appalachian Mountains 14 years before the English established Jamestown in Virginia.
Cosa? In 1567, Spanish explorer Juan Pardo and his men built a fort in the Appalachian Mountains 40 years before the English established Jamestown in Virginia.
True.
So the Spanish built a fort at Jamestown in Virginia, true or false?
False.
Okay.
As part ambitious explorations of southeastern United States, it established
southeastern United States. It established colonies in St. Augustine, Florida,
and Santa Helena,
South Carolina.
South Carolina. Pardo built a series of forts that stretched from the coast of South Carolina to eastern Tennessee.
Okay. So the Spanish were looking for a treasure. Beh, non si sa. Ok, andiamo avanti allora.
He and his men were searching for gold. Yes.
Oh, okay. Okay.
True.
The Mississippians killed all the Spanish settlers. Okay.
If they found it, Spain planned to establish more colonies in the region. But 18 months after Fort San Juan was built, a tribe of Native American canoe has the Mississippians attacked it, killing all the Spanish soldiers except one.
Okay. A tribe of the Native Americans, known as the Mississippians, attacked it, killing all the Spanish soldiers except one. Quindi, the Mississippians killed all the Spanish settlers. False, però, except one.
Except one.
The Spanish had been very bad to the local people. Okay.
Archaeologists believe the Mississippians killed the Spaniards because the explorers were mistreating the Native
mistreating
the Native Americans in a variety of ways.
They were mistreating the Native Americans in a variety of ways. Li stavano trattando male in vari modi. Quindi, the Spanish had been very bad to the local people. True or false?
True.
Okay.
Modern archaeologists discovered the long-buried fort using a technology called magnetometry, which uses X-ray to create images from subterranean scans. Magnetometers can detect artifacts made of iron, steel, brick, and different kinds of rock.
Quindi modern archaeologists discovered the long-buried fort using a technology called magnetometry, which uses X-rays to create images from subterranean scans. So yes, true. Okay.
In fact, the archaeologists were studying a nearby Native American. Nearby. What means nearby?
Native American ceremonial mound.
When they come across the ancient fort's foundation, moat, and entryway by accident. Okay. Since the excavations started, scientists have found artifacts such as iron nails, pottery, and iron clothing hook.
So they had been looking for the fort for some time before they found it. Since the excavations started, scientists have found artifacts, blah, blah, blah. Quindi false, direi. L'hanno scoperto per caso e poi fin da quando hanno iniziato gli scavi hanno trovato robe varie. This area was a good place to look for gold. Questo non si sa, andiamo avanti.
Okay.
The doomed Spanish explorers
never found their gold, but the region is so rich in precious metal that later settlers found nuggets lying on the ground.
Settlers found nuggets lying on the ground. So is it a good place to look for gold?
No, false.
Perché?
But,
the region is so rich
in the precious metal that it's talk about precious metal, but not gold.
No, but the precious metal is referred to the gold.
Ah,
yes.
Okay. Allora, true.
Yeah.
True.
If Pardo had discovered that gold,
Spain might have
further colonized the area.
And the southern part of USA might have become part of Latin America. Instead, the Spaniards stayed away, and in 1607, the English built their settlement at Jamestown, beginning the region's permanent history of colonization.
Yes, built their settlement at Jamestown, beginning the region's permanent history of colonization. Quindi the Spanish returned several times after that incident. Ma dove lo dice? No, dice. Spaniards stayed away, quindi false. The area was only colonized for a short time.
False.
Beh, veramente, the English built their settlement at Jamestown, beginning the region's permanent history of colonization. Quindi false. Ok? Va bene. All right. Do you find it very difficult?
This part, yes.
Okay. Part 4. Okay, who wants to read it? Do you want me to read it or do you prefer you to read it? Volete che lo legga io o preferite leggerlo voi?
Come lo vuoi? Leggo io.
Brava Gwendalina, vai.
If you are a comic book fan or just love free things, you are in luck because Saturday, May 6th, is Free Comic Book Day. As the name indicates, it is the day when retailers across the globe will give out free comic books to anyone that walks into the store.
Ok. La prima conviene sempre saltarla. Number 2.
What does the writer say is expected to happen on May 6th? People will get a gift through the post. People visiting shops will get a free gift. People will need to pay a little bit for the gift. People will get a gift if they buy something.
Quindi retailers will give out free comic books to anyone that walks into the store. Quindi?
B.
Yes. Okay. Go on.
Celebrated on the first Saturday of May, the annual event, which began in 2002, is the brainchild of retailer Joe Field, the owner of Flying Colors Comic and other cool stuff. Was inspired by the success of similar events like Free Con Day and suggested the idea to retailers, publishers, and distributors.
Ok, quindi no, non si sa ancora. Ok, let's go on.
He believed it would make people, both young and old, visit their neighborhood store and revive interest in comic books. Over the past 16 years, retailers have given away over
12
million comic books, and the numbers are only growing.
Quindi, what's the motivation for this event? To get rid of unsold comics, to improve the image of the comic producing industry, to persuade parents to let their children read comics, to make people more interested in comics. What do you think? Allora, lui diceva, he believed it would make people, both young and old, visit their neighborhood store and revive interest in comic books. Quindi?
The last one, to make
Yes.
people more interested in comics.
Exactly. What additional benefits are available? Okay, let's go on.
Not every comic book in the store is free. However, with 50 specially published titles to choose from, there is something to suit every taste. Even if none of the three offerings catch your fancy, a visit to the store might still be worth the effort. That's because vendors usually discount all comics books and other merchandise on this fun day.
Ok, quindi what additional benefits are available? Cheaper prices for other products, cheaper membership for comic clubs, the option of reading comics not previously available, access to comic writing courses. Ci siete? Vendors usually discount all comic books and other merchandise on this fun day. Quindi, cheaper prices for other products. Which of the following could also be a title for this text? Comic sales explode. Comic sales for record amount. Comics are going out of fashion. Come and get your free gift.
Comics are going out of fashion. I don't know.
Come?
No.
Io come pubblicità io direi come and get your free gift.
Ah, ok.
Venite a prendervi il vostro regalo. E sopra, what's the writer's main aim in writing the text? To persuade people to buy comics. To explain that comics are too expensive. To tell people about an event. To explain how comics are made.
To tell people about an event.
Exactly. Ok. Controlliamo. Right. Good. Poi. Part 5. 4, 5. Okay. Who wants to read it?
Leggo
Le
io.
giraffe. Sì, bravo.
Giraffa camelopardalis, or what we call the giraffe, is the tallest terrestrial animal on Earth.
Live, living, alive. The tallest life terrestrial animal, the tallest
alive.
The tallest living terrestrial animal or the tallest alive terrestrial animal? Ci siete?
Alive.
Alive? Ah, ok.
Or living.
Io avrei detto living, viventi. Vabbè, andiamo avanti. It is found in Africa. It is one, alone, once, only.
Only.
It is only found in Africa. Okay, go on.
When fully grown, it can grow to over 5 meters
in height.
But when it is born, it about 1 meter.
1.7 meter. 1.7 meter. So it measures, it weighs, it looks, it appears.
It measures.
Yes. its tongue
is extremely long, about 40 centimeters, which it uses to leaves from the top of trees.
to put, to carry, to bring, to tear.
To bring leaves.
Portare le foglie dalla cima degli alberi, dove le porta?
Tear, non so cosa vuol dire.
Strappare. Strappare.
Era tear.
Here.
Yeah. Scusate, non ho messo le cose prima. Qua avevate deciso è live?
Live. O living. Ah no. So.
Io avrei detto living, però facciamo come dite voi.
Sarà sbagliato sicuramente.
Ok. It gets
Most of the water from the leaves it eats.
it looks, it needs,
Get
it
most
must,
of the
it
water. Needs.
yes.
Mm.
For that
For
reason,
that reason, it can go for more than a few enemies. No, than month
a month without drinking. So, for that reason, such, for that reason, because, for that reason, as, for that reason.
So.
Okay. So, for that reason, it can go for more than a month without drinking.
When it does drink, it has the spread its front legs wide apart to the water.
To reach, to arrive, to come, to move.
To move.
Quando beve, deve allargare le sue gambe davanti, molto larghe, per l'acqua, per spostare l'acqua.
No.
To reach.
To
reach. What means reach?
Raggiungere.
Ah, ok. Reach.
Although it has a few enemies, it kicks when it needs to itself.
To fight, to defend, to strike, or to attack.
To defend.
Occasionally,
a lion might try it if one passes under the tree where it is sitting.
Might try its luck, chance, lucky opportunity.
Try its chance, opportunity.
Ditemi voi cosa volete mettere.
Però
try its
lucky. Try its luck.
Lucky. Try its luck. Provare la sua fortuna.
Luck.
Try its luck.
Prova la fortuna, prova la sorte.
Sì,
come...
Esatto. Okay. Può provarci se una passa sotto l'albero dove lui è seduto. Questo leone è seduto. Giraffes, however,
have a good eyesight. They usually notice the lion in time.
So, have many, so, much, or such.
Such good eyesight.
Ma non c'è good. C'è
such. Good è la such.
Ok. Giraffes, however, have
what means such?
Eyesight. Una tale bella vista che di solito notano il leone in tempo.
Okay.
Ok? Allora, proviamo.
Living.
Living. Io ve l'avevo detto che questo era living. Ah, vabbè, show correct answer. Living. A living terrestrial animal. Ok, gli altri le avete fatte giuste. Ok, e basta, giusto? Basta.
Maria, Pia, I'm very tired.
Yes, do you stop here?
Because we are in two, and it's a very concentrated.
Yes, very concentrated. Okay, do you want to stop here for today? Do you want to stop here for today? Volete che finiamo qua per oggi?
Ok.
For
Okay.
me, yes, it's
Okay. Okay.
My
All right.
eyes is
Yes. Okay. Don't worry. Okay. Have a good evening.
Thank you very
a
much
good week.
for the
Bye-bye.
exclusive
Thank you. Bye.
lesson.
No problems.